pleasure and pain. So you feel like you can't do hard things like going to the gym, going for a run, eating a clean meal. Well, it might be because you simply just don't do those uncomfortable tasks. Regulating this pleasure and pain is vitally important. You see, there's a balance to it. Overindulging in pleasure will lead to the molecule of dopamine to spike up from its baseline. And after some time, it will then go back, but then below the baseline. And it will continue to do that after each spike of dopamine. A very bro science explanation is the more dopamine you have, the more motivation you will have. So by always engaging in pleasure, that will continuously drop the baseline of dopamine. And that is why doing too many pleasurable activities like playing video games, eating junk food, will lead to it being more difficult to do the hard, painful things that actually increase the baseline of dopamine. Because we can agree on that there is some resistance to do some of the harder tasks that will lead to growth. And from simply overindulging in pleasure, it will continuously be harder to do the hard tasks. And that just might be why you have no motivation to go to the gym anymore, or to go for a walk in nature, to meditate. You know, doing good things for you that are hard and uncomfortable. You only have the motivation to do the easy activities, like playing video games or eating junk food. And that is why the opposite feels so resisting, because you're simply not used to it. The first time you eat a clean and healthy meal, it might taste very bland, especially if you've eaten a lot of junk food before. You see, because your taste buds simply adapt to the junk food that you eat, so your taste buds only get comfortable with eating that. And then when you switch to a clean, healthy meal, it will simply just taste less because your taste buds are simply used to overstimulating food. And therefore, by simply starting to eat clean meals, you will find that you will enjoy it a lot more than you think. And not only because you know you're doing yourself a favor, but also because your taste buds will go back to its original state. And you will find that a lot of foods taste a lot better again. Now this pain thing can mean a lot of things, but I think it mainly emphasizes discomfort, doing uncomfortable tasks. You know, you always hear about people on YouTube, maybe on Instagram, to go outside your comfort zone. The best things happen outside of your comfort zone. And this discomfort could be easy things like taking a cold shower, going to the gym to do some exercise, talking to someone new. You know, the thing that feels painful right now, but in the long term it will actually give you a greater reward than if you were to indulge in the pleasurable task right ahead. With all this in mind, the best thing that I could recommend is to simply start today by doing something that's uncomfortable for you. If you simply never start to do the hard things right now, it will become much harder when you decide to start in the future. If the case is that you've only pursued pleasurable things and not any discomfort at all, and because those high dopamine peaks that we talked about earlier is the only thing that you can feel anymore. If you've sunken this low, that doesn't mean you can't start. There is still hope, my friend. Start today. Do something that is uncomfortable to you, and do it as soon as possible to increase the baseline of dopamine. And remember, with an increased dopamine baseline, you will feel more motivated to do harder things that is uncomfortable for you. Go to the gym, take a cold shower, meditate, read a book, go for a walk in nature, speak to someone new, and you will see the trajectory of your life skyrocket. Goodbye and take care.